Me Up and Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
New Mano.
And Tamika Scott is here.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Tamika Scott. First of all, we love the song Tonight featuring Method Man.
Yeah, we was just listening to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a fun party. I remember when you first did the song and it first came out, and I was like, she got Method Man and in the video?
Yes, girl. I
Nice.
had to. You know, it's what's his name? Jason Dees, right? The producer. He reproduced the song, and of course, it's the one Mike Feel. So I had to keep it New York. So
Right.
I had to get my big brother on it. And he heard it, and he was like, yo, sis. He was like, you killing it. And he was like, I got to get on it. And he got on it, shot the video here, and the rest is history.
And that song, because one mic they sampled, that was in the
Nas.
air tonight.
Yes,
and
Nas, one
too.
mic.
Yeah.
And Phil Collins.
Yes.
Yes.
That song was everybody loved that. The original song too.
Absolutely.
Like in the air tonight.
Absolutely.
I love
Two
Phil
hits.
Collins.
2 hits in one.
You love New York, huh?
Yeah, I love New York. This is my second home.
Really?
Well, because her man,
Yes.
you know,
Her man, her
my
man,
man,
her
my
A man from Brooklyn.
No, he's not. He's from Harlem.
Oh,
Harlem,
right.
stand up.
So listen, and we've been watching like a lot of things that have been happening with you lately, but what we love to see is the positivity. First of all,
Thank you.
to put out a song in the midst of all this that's a hit song
Thank you.
is a huge deal. You've always known that you wanted to be a solo artist,
No.
right? No? You never wanted to?
No, I like being in the back.
You do?
I like, girl, I used to kill on backgrounds.
But still, because I was just reading, whose story was it? And she was
Kelly Price.
Yeah, it was Kelly Price. She was talking about how she
With
knew
Mariah Carey and everything.
Yeah, when she was doing backup for so many people. But you would think, because I remember Anthony Hamilton when he was doing background singing for D'Angelo. A lot of those really great background singers end up
Being
stepping out.
soloist, yes. Growing up, I never really thought I was the best singer out the group Xscape. I felt like, everybody else had a better voice than me. So I was comfortable in my position.
Okay.
So it was like stepping out was a little scary because
Who
I
was
saw
the lead singer?
we all lead sing. We don't have no particular, but the first album, my sister and Candy did the most singing.
Okay.
I didn't realize how well you could sing until the reality show.
Oh, wow.
Because usually
Thank you.
you kind of play to the background, and I feel like you kind of, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I kind of feel like you kind of dimmed your light a little bit in terms of your vocals, and then all of a sudden, it was always there, but now that you're in the spotlight more, I was like, oh, she can really blow.
Thank you. Yes.
Do you think fans are surprised?
Yeah, a lot of people are. A lot of people like, oh wow, we didn't know you could sing. I was like, yeah, I can sing
I
a
am
little
the
bit. I
group.
sing a little bit.
But where does that come from, though, of you not wanting to step out and be in the spotlight like you are now? Like, why do you think that was
just
coming
even
young?
growing up in our household, my sister was groomed to sing. Like my father, he worked with both of us, but my sister was she had an album out at 11. So she was the singer.
Right.
So it was instilled in us that this is the singer. Like you go back, you go do backgrounds for your sister. And I felt good being able to just back her up. So then even being in a group, Jermaine wanted that. He was in love with T-Boz's sound. So he took that sound and made Candy sing, even though Candy register she can go all the way high. He made her start like just kicking it with the low register. So that was her sound. And my sister always came in and did the gospel thing. And,
Right.
and then me and Tiny, we was in the background. Like we came in, in and out when we were needed. But I was comfortable.
So how did you get talked into doing this song then, in that case, since
My
this was
husband,
never a goal?
See, I did a lot of writing, and when I write, I like to do the demos. So my husband heard a song that I did, and he was like, "That's you?" We were dating, and I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You could do this solo." I was like, "Nah, I'm not that strong of a, of a voice or whatever." But he always told me, "You should, you should do it." But I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
And then finally you said...
Finally, I was like, let me just give this a try. If it works, it worked. If not, at least I can say I tried. And I've been getting great response. Like, I'm like, wow, I'm glad they're accepting me. Because a lot of people, they don't accept people outside of the group.
Right.
It's a lot of people that sing very well, but they expect them to be with the group.
Yeah, that is hard too sometimes when you first come out and you're part of a group and then you want to go solo. I mean, it can work, but I do feel like people get so used to that
Right.
group dynamic, and then it's always usually like not everybody can make it that way.
Right.
It'll be like one person, that can stand out. But and hey, Method Man's on the song. He was part of a group, and they all went solo too.
Yes. He killed it too. I was listening to it today, and I was like, wait a minute, I heard something different than I heard the other day. Like the more and more I hear the song, I'm like, oh, that's what he meant when he said that. Like he's saying some slick stuff on it. That was a great
It's
great
a girls'
verse.
night party song too.
Yes,
for sure.
yes. And you know, coming off of the Queens of R&B, I was okay. Let me see how I can put this. I was a little stressed, okay, and I was a lot disappointed because I felt like they wanted to show more of the dysfunction of my family than things that we've created outside of just Xscape. Like I have my own cookbook.
Yeah.
I have my own seasonings.
Seasonings. Hey now.
So, and they never showed it. Even Tiny made drinks out of my book twice, one for her family, one for the group. They never mentioned it. So I remember afterwards, I was just like, I'm just so over this. And I was cleaning up and I was listening to some songs I wrote. And Tonight came on and it was like, can't no drama come my way. Tonight I'm gonna celebrate. And I was like, you know what? They didn't celebrate me, but I'm gonna celebrate myself. So I felt like it was needed to put that song out to tell people we go hard for other people.
Right.
You know, on our jobs, in school, trying to make good grades, trying to make sure our spouses are good, trying to make sure the children are good. But when do we celebrate ourselves?
Right.
When do we really just take our time and say, you know what, I accomplished something. If nobody else celebrate me, I'm gonna celebrate me.
You know what? We should do that.
What? Celebrate ourselves more?
Ourselves.
Really?
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna celebrate you guys.
For real.
Oh, you're not gonna be here, Mano, but after that,
Yeah, but I'll make sure I celebrate for y'all.
thank you. He's going to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so he's going to be celebrating without us, but for us. So we
Okay.
appreciate that. But speaking of that, right, being on a show like you guys did, Xscape and SWV, clearly, yes, they did focus a lot on the drama. Did any of that show help you resolve issues that maybe had been pushed to the side before but had been happening for years? Even within your own family, it forces you to confront those things. Everybody's weighing in on it. And then maybe, hopefully, the best case scenario is a resolution?
Yeah, it did. It just amplified a lot of things that were hidden. You know, in family, we like to push things under the rug because that's family.
Yeah.
You know, you go through things and you're like, all right, we're just going to forget about it. We're going to forgive, kiss, and make up. But you don't really just sit there and fix the situation. And you can't keep putting a Band-Aid on it because the Band-Aid going to come off and then all hell is going to break loose, which happened on TV.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. It was. But, you know, family, we fight, we fuss, but at the end of the day, we always come back together because we're family.
Has there been a resolution?
We're working towards it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're working on
Yeah,
okay.
we working towards it.
Working towards it. Got it. Okay.
Working towards it.
Going
Towards it. That's okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't address things and then it just kind of simmers.
It does.
Because you've had issues for years that you've never even
Talked about.
right?
Right.
And even to the people who you've had them with, maybe. And then sometimes you feel like some type of resentment because you haven't discussed it.
No. One thing about me, like when I go through things, I will address it at that moment. It depends on how you accept it. So
Okay.
if you don't want to accept it, then don't want to talk about it, then I don't have no choice but to not talk about it anymore.
Right.
But I do let you know how I feel.
Okay.
But, you know, depends on the individual.
How is it for your kids to watch you too?
Oh
and
my
see
gosh,
everything
my
that's
babies.
going on.
Oh my gosh, I love my babies. I have 3 beautiful daughters.
One of them is a rapper, right?
Yes,
I like
young
her. She's
Naya.
spicy.
Yeah, young Naya. She the truth.
How old is she?
She's 20. She just turned 24, but everybody thinks she's 19 because she's so little.
She looks young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
does.
does.
Baby face.
It's my
She's
baby.
spicy though.
Yeah, she's a real lyricist. I'm telling you. And I'm not
She's in
just
a group?
saying that.
She's
No,
in a
she
group?
by herself.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because that's my child. Because my other one thought she could sing, and I was like, baby, that's not your gift. Mama gonna be honest with you. That is not your
That's
gift.
not
So
your
I
gift.
put her in dance. That wasn't her gift either.
Oh my God.
So we still looking to figure out what that gift is. We're gonna keep trying till we figure it out.
accountant.
Listen, and you need somebody to be honest with you before you put yourself out there.
Because the world gonna tell you. You know
and it's
what
a
I
lot of
mean?
pressure with you being her mom and
Yes,
her
it
aunt and
is.
stuff like that.
It is. It's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
It is.
But that's interesting because even for you, like discussing your background and how you came up and you were not groomed to be the singer, but you actually have these abilities to be in the front, right?
Well, we sung in a choir.
Yeah.
So whenever you sing in a choir, you're being groomed to sing
Right.
a certain type of way. So yeah, the grooming came singing in a choir as well.
What happened to Xscape? Did y'all break up early on? I'm talking about reality show. Did y'all break up?
No,
You
we
know.
disbanded back we came out in 93.
Right.
We just celebrated 30 years a
Nice.
couple of days ago. Well, we came out in 93. We broke up. We disbanded in 99. And then we came back together in 2017.
Okay.
What was the breakup about?
I think growing up, we were young girls. We got together. We was 14.
Y'all was all friends though, right?
Yeah, we were friends at 14.
Y'all grew up as friends first.
As friends. And then the business, when you put business in it sometimes and you're trying to figure things out, it will break you up if you don't understand it.
Right.
And then we're trying to figure out who we are as young women as well. So it was like our hormones was all over the place.
Right.
It was just,
Yes,
it was
they were
crazy.
and then there's also the accusations of, well, you did this and talked to this person and that messed this up.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But by 2017, we were all matured. You know, we all came together and was like, okay, we're going to put this mess behind us. Let's make history. And we did. We did a 30-city tour, arena tour that sold out every city coming back. And we were like, whoa, we had never headlined
So y'all were
before.
surprised.
Yes, we were very surprised. It was like, y'all gonna do arenas? We was like, you mean theaters? I was like, no, arenas. Like, people want y'all. We were like, really?
That's a great feeling.
It was. And it's crazy because my kids were younger.
Right.
And when they came, my daughter had came out to the show. And you know how it started, the seats fill up. It wasn't that many people out there. So she went out to see, take pictures. Then she came back in. She started crying. I was like, I was getting my makeup done. I was watching. She was like, I said, what? Like, yo, somebody said something to you? Do I need to go put hands on somebody? She was like, I'm just so proud of you. Oh my God, Mom, I never thought this way. And she was crying. I was like, you making me mess up my makeup. Go get out of here. But, my kids, they were so shocked. And they were like, wow, you left an impression on a lot of people. They're like, you really are a star.
Yeah.
Like, start washing the dishes.
Don't forget your mama. Star.
Right.
I see people are trying to petition for you to be on Real Housewives also.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, right? What's up with that?
Are you considering it?
I don't know.
Because I see a lot of people, like, when they talking about who needs to be on this show, your name comes up a lot.
What's your hesitation? You already did this other reality show, so you
Girl,
had
I
experience.
don't know. I mean,
And you have Candy there with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want Candy Beef to be my beef, because if I see her going off on somebody, I'm gonna have to be the big sister and be like, who messing with you?
But she need backup too sometimes.
She does sometimes.
I know.
You
Back
and Candy
it up.
related? Your cousins?
No,
They
we
were
just
Y'all
friends.
just friends, right?
Just
Just
in the group. Listen, so have they approached you or has... I'm sure Candy would love to have you on there too.
No one has approached me. I mean, back in the day before Candy and I, we had fallen out. Before
they wanted you to come on.
They
and be
wanted
like
me to
her
come on,
anti-Candy.
right? And I was like, no. Then they asked me again. Then they asked me like 3 times, and I was like, no, I'm not coming on for that. And I'm glad I didn't, because we would never made history like we did in 2017.
Yeah, because Candy's never talking to Phaedra again. Remember, she said
it's
she was
over.
like, I don't care what she says or does.
I ain't got shit to say to her.
So, what are some of your guilty pleasures? When you're not working, when you're not with your man, and family time. What are some things that you do?
I love to cook.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie. I love
Yeah,
to
because
cook.
you cook. What's your favorite? What's your
Girl.
best dish that you cook?
Everything. I'm not even lying.
What does everyone ask for when it comes to your cooking?
It's different things people want. They love when I'm a beast on the grill. I'm a beast on the stove.
Okay.
My daughter likes fettuccine Alfredo. My other daughter, she likes my cornbread dressing. You name it. My ribs, my macaroni and cheese. Everything. Every time I go somewhere, they want me to make everything.
And she got the cookbook out, so you
Yeah.
already know.
Yep, table set cooking with Tamika Scott. I'm putting the taste of the South in your mouth. Yeah.
Oh,
Is there
wow.
any dish
Man,
that
don't like
you?
that.
Oh my gosh! Is there any dish that you have not mastered yet?
I've tried everything.
Is there something you haven't mastered yet though that you like? This is too hard for me. Okay, okay, you got it.
Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. Every time I meet a Jamaican, I ask them how to make
Jamaica.
cocoa bread.
Okay,
No Jamaican, we don't know how to make
Jamaican.
You don't like cocoa bread?
You know how to make cocoa bread from scratch?
No, he doesn't.
He's not Jamaican either. He
Oh,
tried
you know
so
what?
hard.
I'm going to get you.
He tried so hard. He be doing his Jamaican accent.
The worst
Yeah,
accent ever.
yeah.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
No hesitation and no situation.
It's
Okay.
terrible.
That's
Jamaican
terrible.
man.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
awful.
terrible
It
Jamaican.
sounds like it's real to me. I'm from the country.
It
So.
sounds awful.
And what about acting, right? Because that is something that you're passionate about also.
Yes. Well, I'm starring in a BET movie at the end of the year. You
The
get a chance
Christmas
to see
Ringer?
it. The Christmas Ringer with Kelly Price. Akbar is in it.
Tyler LaPlay. Isn't Tyler
Yes,
LaPlay?
yes, as well. So it's a Christmas movie. It's a lot of singing going on.
And you play a bad person on
Girl,
there.
yeah, she thinks she all
She
that.
the villain.
She
Okay.
thinks she the best singer, and now totally different from me. It was a challenge playing that role, but
Y'all
it was
shot
fun.
it already.
Yeah, we shot it already.
Did you enjoy being the villain?
A little bit.
Yeah, I could tell.
I did. It was fun.
And so let me ask you about your mental state of mind while you were filming the show, because I know reality TV can really be difficult, right? It's a lot of trying to pack in a whole storyline, and then people see what they see when they watch it. Some people may disagree with you. You may feel like that wasn't portrayed the right way. There was a lot of people feeling like SWV and Xscape was beefing with each other. There were stories about who's going to headline and who doesn't deserve to be the headliner and things like that. How did that affect you?
I think the family issue affected me more than anything. I was trying to stay focused on the business. I was really excited about us coming together, putting on a show that we've never seen before. Like even in the show, you can see I came with all these ideas. And one of my ideas, let me just say, one of my ideas, I was saying SWV should have came out on like a mechanical horse, like in their video. And they were like, oh, she's extra. She doing too much. And now Beyonce comes out on a horse. And everybody's like, oh, wow. And I was like, see, I had that idea 2 years ago. And y'all said I'm too extra. I was trying to give them the jewels. They didn't want it. They didn't want it. So, but yeah, I mean, my family took precedence over everything else, and I was stressed when the first episode came out. Girl, I stayed in the bed. I cried. My husband he was out of town. He wasn't even there. I cried. My daughter didn't even go to school. You know, I'm a stigma about perfect attendance, but that day she didn't go to school. I was just so stressed just watching it, you know, seeing it, and I was like, wow, you know, this is what I've been dealing with all my life, and now it's been, you know, shown on TV, and I had to live it again. Things I've suppressed over the years. It was like, this is crazy. And then I was like, why did I do this?
What did your mom have to say about everything from watching the conversations? How did she feel?
Mom still feels like she's right. She still felt like I disrespected her. She still feels like my mom look at me like I am a 10-year-old. And I be wondering, like, am I gonna start looking at my kids like that when I get older, you know? And I'm like, I'm never gonna do that to them. I want to make sure they're adults. I want to treat them like adults, and it's, you can have a healthy adult relationship with your kids. But she looks at me like I'm 10, and you know.
How are you guys gonna work towards resolving that? You think
prayer? I'm just praying.
Sometimes you might need to bring in a third party, like, for real, though.
Yeah.
You know, I think that could be really helpful because, you know, I mean, certain things with family, like trust, you know, can be broken. Obviously, you and your sister, you say one thing, she says another, and people are split. But I do feel like, you know, you had a lot of people backing you up. But
yeah,
I'm
you
sure,
really did.
Yeah. You know.
Do you and your sister speak at all?
Well, right now, there's no speaking, but, you know, time. I feel like time heals. Time will heal.
Like, filming the show, and there was a lot going on during the show, how was y'all able to film and still have that real life, you know, those real life issues?
Well, I mean, I came to work. I came with my hat on, my, what am I trying to say? I came with my business hat. Right. So I know how to leave the personal stuff behind. So when I came to the table, it was like, okay, I'm just going to just block out the personal stuff, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk to the girls, and we're going to do what we came to do. Right. And every time I showed up, and I did what I was supposed to do.
Did it ever, like, spill over, like, to, you know, there's a lot of times when it's like, you know, the wife, husband, did it, like, spill over to the husbands? Did your husband want to, like, put hands on her husband or something like that?
No, I mean...
She lying.
I mean, no, you know, God is good.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
But you know what, honestly, and with Mano asking that, right, one of the most, I think, devastating things was you having to come forward about that sex tape. And
yes.
And you having to come forward and actually even, like, reveal that. But sometimes you got to put things out there before someone else puts it out there.
Yes, I did. I had to. I did. I had to tell. But it's crazy. But, you know, yeah, I had to tell it.
Did that get, like, are we okay there? That's never coming out. We don't have to.
Well, if it come out, then somebody gonna get sued.
Right.
They're gonna get sued for defamation of character.
And to be clear, that was when she was in her 20s.
Yeah,
like,
I was younger then.
Right.
You know, I was younger then.
I don't think that really, like, I mean, we live in a time where it's like we see sex tapes all the time. So
But
like,
still,
nobody
wants
that
that out.
Yeah.
Especially my kids.
Mano might,
you know what I
but-
mean? I still have a child in
I don't want
elementary.
my sex tapes out there.
Okay,
But see,
well,
you
she
a
don't
guy.
get that.
It's very different.
You
Maybe
a
I
guy.
Yeah.
You probably do.
You a guy.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
tell you, my husband might get mad when I tell y'all this. When we first started dating or whatever. He had left me in his apartment and he had to go out of town. So I was like, okay. And I was looking through the closets and I saw a whole bunch of tapes.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, why he got those on the back of the shelf? So I took them out and I played them.
No, he did not.
It was him and I don't know how many girls. I just stopped counting. It was like girl after girl after.
You watched them?
I watched all the tapes and I sat there and I was like,
She watched all of them.
I couldn't watch that.
I watched it. I wanted to see who I was dating.
He did that to me too.
No, but we never. He didn't want to do a tape with me after that.
Yeah.
I was like,
he's definitely
that's crazy.
from
But he was like, yeah,
that would never happen in Brooklyn.
he was. No, because I seen one of his boys was on the tape. I saw he had tapes. I guess his boys didn't want to take back with them. They had tapes there. I watched all those too. So
No, you didn't.
That's
yeah,
so
I
funny.
did. I watched them, but one from Brooklyn. So
Oh, okay.
But you know the
hilarious.
funny thing about it, when he came home, I talked to him about it. He's like, yeah, you know, I did that back in my past. Like, no, this is the same shirt you got on.
You still got this shirt.
You still got this
long
shirt. So we were walking down the street, no lie. One of the girls on the tape walked past us and act like she did not know him. And I looked at him, I said,
How do you remember what she looked like,
isn't
though?
that, oh baby, you remember.
Okay, yeah.
I said, isn't that one of the chicks? He was like, yeah. I was like, how she gonna act like she don't know you? What you talking about?
Tamika, you may be a little psychotic. I'm not gonna tell you watch
That's a
all
little
of it.
crazy.
But
No.
because it
Look,
would have been
cray-cray.
different if she'd have walked up and had different energy. You wouldn't have liked that.
Yeah, you're right.
It was
So I'm
best
glad
that
she
she
did.
did that.
Yeah, it was best
Yeah,
she
it was
did
best
that.
that she
Yeah,
kept
but
it.
she kept it moving.
Yeah.
But did that affect your relationship?
No, it
Not
didn't.
at all. So you
Because
were
that
okay.
happened before me.
Okay, yeah, but still,
That
I
was
don't know if I
before
could
me.
watch
But
that.
maybe,
She watched
like,
all of them.
She
did.
watched to see if see what
Okay,
his work was
did
like.
it turn
Like,
you on
you
a
know?
little?
No.
Okay,
It didn't
just
turn me
making
on.
sure.
It didn't turn me on. I was just like, okay. And then I saw one out, no lie. One, he had one girl up in the air. I was like, you got to do that to me.
Oh.
He picked her up in the air.
See, it
and
works out.
I was
It
like,
did
oh,
work
you're
out.
going to have to do that.
Yo,
And
you are crazy.
He did.
I told
so
you.
I'm
That's
good
not
now.
crazy. That's not crazy.
I'm good now.
So are you gonna do a full album?
I'm working towards it.
Or EP? Can we
Yeah,
get EP?
EP. I'm working towards the EP,
Okay.
not an album.
All right. And so tell us, like, is it all going to be just really more like songs like this or?
See,
Like
Xscape,
tonight?
Jermaine gave us all love songs. We don't have any party songs. No, going out. And I want to do that. I like to go out. I like to have a good time. I'm
Right.
a fun person. And I
can
want
see.
my music to show that.
Nice.
Okay. And I feel like I will say one good thing about you guys doing that show with SWV is we do know you better.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
as an
Definitely do,
individual.
yeah.
So I would say, while I know sometimes reality shows can be really tough mentally, it can also have some positive outcomes from it. You know, so for you, like doing this song tonight, you feel like, okay, she came off of that, but look, we just having a good time tonight. Forget all that mess and all the drama. I
Right.
see where you coming from.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, make sure you let us know more details as you get ready to release new music. And the Christmas Ringer, when is that out on BET Plus?
Girl, I don't know when it's coming out. I guess around Christmas time. I guess around Christmas time. Yeah.
And are you going to be doing more acting?
Yes, I love it. I
Okay.
love it. Mm-hmm.
Any more roles that you already secured? Or are you up for some? Or
Yes, I have a big announcement to make soon. So
okay, we love a big good announcement that makes you smile.
Yes, it was good, and we still touring. Like me and my girls, Xscape, we're still touring. We were just here last month. Sold out the where were we the Barclays. We sold out
you
the
know we
Barclays
love
Center.
Nice.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was nice. Yeah, everybody came, showed out, gave us love. It felt good to be
Is it
back
the-
home, my second home.
Is it the whole group?
It's
yet?
just three of us.
Okay,
It's me,
okay.
Candy, and Tiny.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, maybe one day.
Hold on. It's you, Candy, and Tiny. That's Xscape. So your sister's not even in the group
Yeah,
no more.
she took a step back for a
Okay,
while.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, we will be praying for y'all, like
Thank
you said.
you. Thank you.
Prayers work, but you know you might need to bring in a expert too, and nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
By the way, all right. Well, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Tamika Scott is joined us and went way up. And tonight, make sure y'all stream that, watch the video. You know, people love Method Man as eye candy too. Just
Yes.
putting that out there. So make sure y'all check that out. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.